And there's another one right there. I think these are all real hearts. Yeah, this is like the most weirdest finding that I would find inside of school. So I know most of you guys are probably wondering where am I standing right now? What is this place and what are we doing? Well, this place is actually one of the major and most anticipated places that I personally wanted to explore for so many years. I've been doing all these explorings since I was a freshman in high school. But we're gonna go all the way back to the times when I was in school, when I was actually in middle school, because this entire school is the school that I actually came to school into. I actually came to school here. And from my 6th grade all the way to my 8th grade years, I've actually attended the school, took class here, had an agenda, followed the entire agenda, went class to class, and basically got throughout my middle school years. And it follows so many memories, so much history behind this. I mean, it doesn't just go back to when I was in school, it goes all the way back to 1914 when there were older people who were actually coming to the school who are older now. With that being said, school is like a major thing in life. I say don't drop out. I've actually graduated school, and I'd say stay in school. Keep doing what you're doing. Alright, so pretty much I never thought I'd see the day that I would be entering my old middle school that I attended years ago. It's so crazy, like the thing that I'm going back to school. But anyway guys, I have one major thing I do want to talk about in this video. It is also sponsored by Opinion Outpost.
Opinion Outpost is a great flexible option for anyone to earn extra cash and great gift cards by completing online surveys. You can earn Amazon or iTunes gift cards or cash out PayPal direct deposit. By joining, followers will have their voice heard by all types of brands via paid online surveys. Members can be entered to win our 10,000 quarterly prize drawing. So just sign up, take a few surveys, and watch the rewards add up.
Alright guys. So we're having to obtain permission to go inside our own middle school. The old middle school that I went to years ago is abandoned. Right here, right behind me.
Door open?
Might
as well.
Yeah, that should work.
If you turn a light on any place, please
Yeah.
turn it off. It's tough to find where you've been afterwards.
Alright, so right now we are inside the middle school. And the cool thing about this school is the fact that I went to school here. I mean, I've been doing abandoned videos for a very long time now. I've been hitting all these places up. But this has by far been one of the most main places I've always wanted to go to. Like, I've had it on the to-do list for such a long time that I just never had a chance to get to it. But now I'm back in my own middle school. I'm actually excited to talk about stories about how middle school was. And I can't wait to just kind of reminisce and be like, wow, I'm walking to my own school, revisiting the history of the own school itself, along with mine. Okay, so we're stepping into the actual computer lab. I don't think, it's crazy how, like, you know, it still has all the power left inside this place. All the power still remains. So wherever I turn a light, like a flicker on, all the lights just come on. Oh my god, this is crazy actually. Okay. Give me a second, because I'm just, oh god. I remember where I was sitting when I was in school here. And I was sitting all the way, because what happened was, when I was in middle school, you never really had your own seat. You never were able to pick and choose where you want to sit. You always had assigned seating. And the main spot I sat was back over here. I sat back over here. Or was it right there? I know I sat somewhere. Somewhere within this area to this area I sat at. And holy crap. From what I do remember, all the computers are a lot older than what they were now. So you didn't have like the stuff that you had to this day. You kind of had like the Mac computers that they had before. I can't exactly remember which teacher I had or anything back here. It's just such a big further step back in the history of my own. So this is also known as the fallout shelter. So even down there you can see the sign pointing downstairs, where the fallout shelter was if any like crazy thing happened in the town. So we got to check out the computer lab, but I'm gonna go check out all the way from the bottom to the top. So I want to start from the very bottom. And what I do remember at the very bottom of the school was the wood cutting room. The wood cutting room, the gym, and a few other classrooms that were left right in the basement. And we're gonna go down there right now. All right. Wow. I don't think this was an entering room before. It's kind of crazy that this is a school. It doesn't feel like a school, but okay. These hallways are so desolated and dark. But I do remember walking through this. Like I do remember going through these hallways and like coming down here. I know like a lot of times if I wanted like not to go to class, I would come down here instead and kind of just walk around back and forth just to skip class. What we would call it, we wouldn't call it skipping class, we actually call it bunking. So we kind of just bunked class during that time. I remember coming here and having to take a deuce. I remember very well. This was the bathroom I came to take a deuce because no one came down here, ever. Before stepping any further, let me give you some brief history about the school right now. So this school originally opened up in 1917 and closed down in 2009. It was actually, so it originally started off as a whole entire high school. So this was usually the entire high school that all the students would go to. Kind of a huge mix. I think it was part high school, part middle school, until they kind of separated where they made their own high school somewhere elsewhere. But for now, basically this was actually, during the time when I went here, this was only a middle school where they actually classed the 6th grade, the 7th grade, and the 8th grade students. So basically, if you're a part of 6th or 7th or 8th grade, you would come over here. And all the way at the bottom floor was kind of like random activities such as like wood cutting, gyms, physical ed. The first floor was all like the 6th grade, the second floor was the 7th grade, at the top was the 8th grade. And the thing is, they had like these certain IDs that you had which were colored to a certain extent where you could tell which student was in which grade. So when you see like a 7th grade student at the tippity top, you come across questioning, why are they here? But this place contains so much memories for myself, it's kind of crazy. Like I'm gonna bring you guys into one right now. So this is actually the 8th grade level. Basically there's two parts of the school because it's one massive school, like it's huge. But this right here, I remember this room, 561A. This was a speech room. I stepped in. I remember this so clearly. It's kind of weird actually. Yes, I had speech when I was in school. Yes, I did. Whoa, it's kind of insane. I remember coming down here, right? And I would come over here, and this is where all the desks would be, because it wasn't a main class. So it was never actually like a big class for speech. It was only for the people who they felt that needed it. And I was one of the people who needed it. I mean, I guess I didn't really have good like English, or I don't know. I probably just didn't have like a good like sense of like how to say things right during middle school. So this is where they would secretly bring me to like, you know, go to speech class. This is the spot. Small room like this is where I actually had class in. Basically, this locker that this camera's in right now is actually Josh's locker. Me and Exploring with Josh both went to the same middle school. We weren't in middle school at the same time, but we both went to the same middle school. He never went to the new middle school, I went to the new middle school. My 8th grade year was a transitioning year. So basically, you know how it goes from, so usually there's like two sections in which it goes from September all the way to January. You take a huge break, and then from that huge break, you go back to school. But within that huge break is when they did a whole transition from this school to the new school. So I had best of both worlds and went to the newest school, which they actually most recently built. But this is the older school that we're exploring right now, which is abandoned. This locker that the camera's placed in is Josh's locker. Now take a look for yourself. Josh's locker right here. As you can see, the door is not there anymore. It got replaced. Like it's just not there. It's just somebody must have stole his door. I don't know what happened, but here you go. Oh, this hallway. We're still on the 3rd floor, but we're still part of the 8th grade rooms. But I think I remember this very well now. I remember this exactly well now. This was the real home. This was a home room I had stayed in. I believe my locker was somewhere around here, because I remember going around the corner to go to my locker. Unless it was up here. Oh god, I'm trying to remember now. It sucks. I'm trying to just remember how everything was. This is my home room. This is where I went every morning for like homeroom, all right here for 8th grade, for 8th grade at least. Over here, after a huge fire alarm happened, we had to come line up here. Some random white kid wanted to fight me for no reason. This is a spot right there. And I remember that I had class in there. I definitely had class in there too. And this is all like the 8th grade classrooms that were like kind of next to each other and went all the way down. It went all the way down all the way up here. And this still connects to the 8th grade level because this is all part of the third floor, which is right here. I remember having speech class it was down over there, far down over there against like one of the corners. Like you go in there, you had speech class. And this is part of the 8th grade level as well. This just hurts. This is so crazy. Okay, so let me tell you a story about, alright, so I remember this. I remember, let's walk to the end of the hallway so I can explain the story. I remember we had a huge fire alarm that everyone had to evacuate and I all got out. And we all had our certain areas that we went through to get to our certain spots to leave the school just because like huge fire drill happened. So we all walked back in, we walked through the school, walked through this. And I come over here. Over here is actually where I lined up at. I remember like I came back here, there was this random white kid, he wanted to fight me because he wanted to look cool and I guess I was Asian. He was like, you know, I want to fight you. And what I do remember is, it's just so weird how I remember all this stuff so exact and I'm just trying to like re-glimpse everything again. So, whoa. Now this brings back memories. This is the hallway that everyone would skip class in. This is the hallway that we would secretly hide in. Whoa. It has so much memories to this. The school is honestly massively huge. I think this is why they don't want to keep this, because what happened was they actually built 2 separate different schools for the new middle schools. Alright, so I remember this so well. Down there is the connector to the 7th grade level. All the 7th grade students will be across here. Basically over here, this leads into the other side of the school. So over here, this would be all the 7th grade students. But over here still, this connects the other side of the school. This is a huge school, you wouldn't believe it. Let's get down over here. Let's start from the first floor. Oh, you go all the way down there, that's the other side of the school. You come over here, this is like a secret shortcut that you could you kind of take. It's like a whole secret stairway. And originally students would come in from here if they wanted to, from this side of the school. But what I do remember is down here is where they had like the gym classes, a wood cutting room. Let me bring you to all of that again. So this is where I had my wood cutting classroom in. Okay, so we're gonna begin off right here. This is where I had wood cutting class at. I would sit right over there. Like I remember, what I do remember, I sat literally right here. This is where my desk was. This is probably my actual desk right there. So I remember being almost against the wall. This is where I would sit. And basically, this is where you actually do wood cutting work in. And the crazy thing is, till this day, I still have the thing that I made in wood cutting class hanging in my room to this day. It's so crazy. Like it's one of those things that you just can't forget when you actually do. Like it's like those type of things where you just have to keep when you make it. That type of stuff. I mean, I never really thought I'd be playing with wood, so I don't know. I didn't know it was actually a useful like thing to do. But whoa, it looks a lot different here now, without a doubt. It looks a lot different. Now when I think about, I wonder why I learned wood cutting inside school. I don't know. Do you learn about wood cuttings? I don't really understand why I did. This is another connector to the room too. I think I had like bigger machines from what I remember. I really came here because I never really cared to wood cut. Like, I don't know, but it's one of those things that really stuck out to me. Let's head down the hallway. I love how like actual bright it is in here. I really like it. So this is the reading room. As you can tell, there's like reading books in here. I think I did come here too. I don't remember. But I did have reading class, so I've probably actually been in here too. But let's keep looking around. So, okay. I don't think I've been to this room before though. But this room is freaky. Whoa, what the heck? Those are actual real books. What the heck? What is this? I've never stepped into a room like this before. This is the first time. But I think I found a real brain, or is it a heart? I don't know. Why do they have a brain and a heart in here? And what the heck are these? They have test tubes. Like tubes where they actually had like, I think sea creatures in. Like they had like, look at this. So basically starfishes, whatever the heck this is. But this is, oh God, what the heck? What is that? What? Okay, so those are frogs. These are frogs injected. But that, I think that's either a brain or a heart. Let me cover my nose because I don't think this is good to breathe in. Yeah, these are brains and hearts, I believe. I don't know, this is kind of weird. What the heck? And there's another one right there. I think these are all real hearts. Yeah, this is like the most weirdest finding that I would find inside of school. I wouldn't think this would be inside of school. I mean, I know you had science rooms, you had biology rooms, but whoa, man, a real heart? It's so weird.